stumble upon another YouTuber's channel that I be watching, and she has something posted. It was a video she made about some girl that, like I said, I just stumbled upon this shit last night. Never heard of her, not familiar with her at all. But obviously, she's pretty famous for making videos. Her name is Cindy. She looks like she's, I don't know. I guess she's black. I don't know. But I know that she's not from the US. And clearly the girl is like tripping. I guess her and the guy, because I guess, okay, so from what I see, let me say it like this. From what I see, she's with this girl, older white fella that clearly is pretty, has some money. He takes care of her, and in exchange, she takes care of him. She does all the things that she's supposed to do as considered a sugar baby supposed to, right? And obviously, she got pregnant. I haven't been clear if this is his baby or not. I'm assuming that this is his baby because they live together. She was with him the whole time she was pregnant, so it makes sense for it to be her baby. But one thing that I noticed is from the videos that I've been seeing, it seems as if as soon as she got close to having this baby, things start changing. And that last night was one of the things I picked up on, and it didn't make sense to me because I started thinking, why did he start treating her different when she had the baby? The video I had seen was like he came to the hospital, and then he wanted to take the baby, and she was like, basically as any mother would be, you ain't take a motherfucking baby. He took the base to the car seat and left. She was explaining, like, she had to get an Uber and all these things. So my first thoughts was, the videos I've been seeing, it seems like y'all cool. Everything's good. Everything's going well. And then all of a sudden, because I haven't did much research, I haven't seen much. But it looks like from what I have seen, everything's good. And then all of a sudden, it's like stuff is going viral where they're having problems. And I really wasn't putting together everything. So I was thinking to myself, what has happened to make him start treating her this way? Something has had to happen. I know he didn't wait till she got about 9 months pregnant and ready to bust, and then all of a sudden it's like, you gotta go. I don't want you, around no more. Something has to have triggered him, right? So I was thinking maybe, he doesn't want to settle down and have any kids. Maybe, I don't know. My mind was all over the place because I was still trying to understand what was going on with the story. So then I get on this evening, I'm looking, and I'm like, seeing that his face is not covered up no more. Now, all her other videos, I noticed that she has his face covered. He is not covered no more, and he's on there tripping, and he's saying all kinds of stuff that she was married. She got a child that's like 9 years old, and then there it was. That was what I was looking for, which would make sense. In his mind, from what I've gathered, I think all this time he's been thinking that, she's just a single girl. She's over here on a visa, and I don't think that he knew she was married, let alone had a child, a 9-year-old child. You've been with me, living with me for a whole year, and I find out a year later that you got a whole child and you're married to a man that's in the service. I think I would be pissed the fuck off too. So, hold up. Excuse me. Out. Cause you see I'm recording something and you in here doing all kind of extracurricular stuff. Oh. Soon as he heard me in here talking, here he come running because he heard me talking. He just wanted to be all up in the video. That's what kids do. I can't even find a hiding place in my own house. I swear to God. It's just crazy. But anyway. Anywho. So, okay. Once I kind of peeped that video and I hear him going off and he's dropping some jewels and giving up some info about what's really going on, and I could tell when I was watching the video that he was really really upset because first of all, he's white, and when white people get upset, you could tell they're upset because their face start getting red. And he was getting redder and redder. The more he talked, I could see he was flushing. Like I was like, oh, he hot. He don't even look white no more. He look pink. I was like, oh shit. So he was talking about some shit that he really felt some type of fucking way about. Now, I'm I go to her page on TikTok. I came across a video that made me stop watching doing what I was doing, and I was like, I gotta just speak on this real quick because what the fuck was she thinking? What did she think was gonna happen? This that was my conclusion to the video I just got done watching. So I'm stumbling on her TikTok and I'm looking and I come across this page. No, it wasn't a page. It was a post, and I don't even know if she posted. I think somebody else posted it. But I was just looking through stuff, and I don't even know what made me stop. But I start watching this one particular post from somebody, and it's pretty recent because it's her standing there, and she's in a room, pretty dim, kind of dark, and she's listening to him. And it sounded like he was in another room talking to the cops, but she's in the room and she's listening. And he says something to them in reference to her having postpartum depression. And she was just like, he's lying. I don't know if she has postpartum depression. I haven't been watching her enough to know. To me, it seemed like she just had the baby. My first child, I didn't get postpartum depression. My second child, I didn't get postpartum depression. My third child, I absolutely got it. And let me tell you, it was terrible. Start being yourself. It takes a year for you to recover from a pregnancy, for real, for real. Like they say 6 weeks before, any intercourse and all of that. But healing and recovery really takes a whole nother year. It takes 9 months to even get your body prepared to deliver that baby. So what I'm trying to say is postpartum it can show up any type of way with different people, from woman to woman. Just because, and then look, people put on for the camera. You don't know on social media how people are when these cameras go off. We might be just seeing her the way that she wants us to see her. This girl, Cindy, that is recording what's going on in her life right now with her sugar baby lifestyle that she wants the world to see. We don't know what's going on once she cut them cameras off. I know, but I wanted to just make this video because the first thing that I thought when I'm watching this video and she's standing in the room and she's hearing this man, this wealthy white man, talking to police. She lives with this wealthy white man. Clearly she's not from United States. He wants her to leave, clearly wants her to leave, because he keeps telling her to leave. He keeps telling her he's giving her till the end of the month, to the 30th of August. And obviously he's then called the police, or I don't know, maybe she was the one that called the police. I don't know, I didn't even finish watching the whole video. But when from a woman's perspective, and let me say this, I was in a relationship with my children's father for 16 years. When men get to that point where they start telling you to leave, when they start treating you totally different, to the point where she's like making videos of her crying, and when you start seeing them physically change towards you, emotionally change towards you, where you can't even believe, you don't even know how to receive how they're treating you. You don't know how to process it because it's something that you're not used to. She looked so surprised in the video, like, I can't believe he's lying. He's lying. When when you start seeing those type of red flags, first of all, be aware that he clearly is either really really hurt or he doesn't love you. Now, I don't know which one it is. I don't know if he's just really hurt about what he was speaking on, saying that, he didn't found out that she's married, she has a child. I can imagine he's hurt. But the question still is there. Was he ever really in love with her? He had to have some sort of love for her because I'm assuming that he got her pregnant, right? She's been living with him for a year, but then again, that's what a sugar baby is, it's a exchange, right? Um, it's not, to me, that whole sugar baby, sugar mommy type of relationship. It's not genuine. It's not real. It's about what you. It's a exchange type of a thing. I'm gonna give you this, and you give me this. Is you could look at it as a business type of it's a transaction type of relationship. It's not unconditional love. It's almost like the love is being brought. So is it real? It's not real. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes you ask all these questions, and then what she portrays and puts out on social media, understand that at the bottom line of all of that, she's getting a check for this too. So of course she's gonna make everything look like it's so beautiful, it's so sweet, I'm living this luxurious life and it's just so great. Misleading the younger generation, these younger girls, making them think you should never ever want to put yourself as a woman in a situation where a man feels like he can buy you, because he will never ever treat you with respect. You will never ever get real love. That's not real love. That's not real love at all. It's far from real love. You see how fast he done changed up on her? Because really, if he was really in love with her and he really cared about her and he found out any type of information like that, the first thing they should be doing is sitting down talking about it as adults, because share a child together, and anything that they're talking and communicating about should never have made it for the world to see. Like, it took much. Now, even correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm only, like I said, this is all I've gathered in less than a 24-hour period. It could have been way more that has been happening and leading up to now that I just haven't picked up. See, this is how, and I seen somebody leave a comment on one of the videos and was like, this situations like this is how people become unalive. And that's so true. I feel like she kind of was doing and saying little things to irritate him and make matters worse. And I feel like he is just a boiling fucking pot right now. He's just a ticking time bomb because he wants her to leave. She doesn't feel like she gotta leave, or she doesn't want to leave, which I can understand why she don't want to leave. She just had a fucking baby. Why is he trying to put her out? So it's like, that's gotta be so stressful, so messy. And then she's still putting all this stuff online. I don't even think, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak on what I would do because I'm not in that situation, and we all don't know what we would do in these situations. When I seen how surprised she was about him telling these officers that she has postpartum depression, I was just like, girl, what did you think? What did you think? Did you when y'all were having a good time and y'all were getting along and everything was lovey-dovey, you never sat and thought, I am a woman of color, and this is a man, a white man, And he has some, obviously he has some money. And if anything was to happen, who are they going to believe if anything was to happen? Or felt as though when you're in a biracial relationship that these situations can get messy. And I'm trying to be careful in what I say. I'm trying to be careful in what I say. I don't want to offend nobody, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but real as possible, as realistic as possible, and being people of color, we know how things can turn. And 9 times out of 10, most of the time, we always get the short end of the stick any goddamn way. So when I seen the surprise on her face, I was surprised with her for a second, because I'm like, oh, he lying on you. But at the same time, I'm like, girl, what did you think? What did you think he was gonna do? And he mad at you? You thought that he was gonna just? I mean, what do you expect? This is typical of what they do. They gonna lie. They gonna lie to get exactly what the fuck they